Have you asked the question what it's like living in Germany in 2020, or are you planning on moving to Germany to come and work here? I'm going to give you some background of what it's like living in Germany as a foreigner, what it's currently like in northwest Germany and what you can expect. So without any further ado, let's get started. I've been living and working in Germany now for more than 20 years. I was born and raised in Surrey, England, in Great Britain. Over the past 10 years, I've been working within the technology industry as a software developer. I'm now a senior software engineer living in Dortmund in North Rhine-Westphalia in northwest Germany. Do you need to speak German to live in Germany? Absolutely not. There's loads of people that get on perfectly well without speaking a single word of German. They probably learn how to say bitte, danke, to say thank you and your pleasure, but that's about it. Do you want to do well in Germany when you live here? Then you need to speak German, yes, and you need to speak a high standard of German. So you are going to need to put the time in to learn the language. Are Germans really like what you think they are? And do they act like what you see on the television, in the films and stuff like that, or what you read about in the history books? No, they're not. They're nothing like that. There are many educated, intelligent, successful people in Germany. There are very many uneducated, not intelligent, unsuccessful people in Germany. So it's just like any other country in the world. There are many people believing in different things all over the place and come from different cultures everywhere. So you cannot pinpoint Germany as being a specific culture or something specific, because it is super open country and there's lots of different cultures here. So if you come from other parts of the world, you will fit in okay, because I'm sure you will find people just like yourself in Germany. If you're thinking of moving or coming to Germany to live here and work here, then you've got to understand there are rules of living here. There are lots of them. I'm not going to get into them in this video, but the whole point is what you've got to understand is that Germany does have a way of living. It follows rules and people do follow the rules. So if you do come here, you're going to have to understand, you're going to have to follow the rules, because that's what people do here in this country, and it's why it is a successful country. But it's a positive thing as well, so I don't want to make it sound negative. That's it. One thing I didn't tell you in this video so far that's super important for you to understand life living in Germany, that will really benefit you to hear about and to know about, is my name's David Thorne and you're watching David's Videos. Now, if you like this video, make sure you give it a like. Now, if you've got questions about other things and topics that maybe I didn't mention in this video, then write them in the comments down below and I'll try and answer them as well. Now, if you do think this video could be helpful to someone else, then go ahead and share it and they could maybe watch it. You never know, if you think about moving to Germany, people like myself, foreigners who've been living here for more than 20 years, have real good understanding about how you can get on and get a job here and integrate yourself into the system. Now, if you do like my videos and you do want to see more, then maybe think about hitting that subscribe button and tap the notification bell to get notified when I do create any new videos. If you haven't seen any of my videos already on my channel, I don't necessarily make videos like this. Every now and again, I decide I want to do different videos because it's David's Videos. It isn't a specific topic. My channel has multiple videos, multiple playlists about how you can learn to be a software developer and how you can learn programming. Because I live in Dortmund, I have lots of videos also about Borussia Dortmund and football and so on. And I've also made videos about how to assist people in 2020 to create YouTube channels and to get more views and stuff like that. So have a check out of my channel. There's lots of different videos. Some you may like, some you may not like, but I'm always interested in making new content to make people happy. Now, it would be nice also for you to comment in the comments below from which country you come from and why is it you want to move to Germany? What is the reason? Maybe someone else who's watching this video who comments would benefit from what you've got to say, and maybe you could actually help each other. Anyway, like I said, don't forget to like, subscribe, share and tap the notification bell to be informed when I release any new videos. With that said, let's keep going. So I can hear the question screaming. What is it like right now in October in 2020 in Dortmund in Germany and also my local area. It's fine. Yeah, we have to do things a little bit differently now. Obviously, waiting in the shops takes that little bit longer, but all the shops are open, and some of the shops, they're like nothing changed. You know, you walk into the shop and they tell you to go in one entrance and come out the other entrance, but once you get in, it's just a bombardment of people, and you've got to kind of like be a little bit more careful about what you do and what you touch and how you interact with people and stuff like that. Essentially, with shopping and doing normal things, everything is nearly back to normal once again. The things have just changed how you do them, but you can live pretty much a normal life now in your local town, your local area. If it was your aim to come to Germany over the next months or this year to come here for the stadiums, the parties, the concerts and all of the venues and the events and stuff like that that normally happens everywhere in Germany and stuff for Oktoberfest and this, that and the other, then don't come. Find somewhere else to go. Just don't come. It's not happening. Not happening at all. Let's just say that you're coming to Germany or want to come to Germany because you have been educated in some form of way. And now you want to take that certificate, let's say as an example, and use it to find a job here in Germany. No, don't come so fast. You need to get that certificate recognized in Germany first. You need to go to the town and have it recognized. And once you've got it recognized, you can then use it in order to get your job. So please make sure you inform yourself first and ask the German state that you're going to whether or not your certificate is recognized in Germany. Okay, or in the job that you're going to do. Is it going to assist you? Because it's key that you do that first. All right. I'm no expert in this, but I do know people that have had to wait a long time to get what they have learned recognized here in Germany. Okay, just a top tip for you to think about before you come. Next question, probably the most important question that you're going to want to ask is, do I need to somehow do this? Do this is what I was saying whilst you're in the shops and seeing people. Yes, you do. Right? Keep this amount of meters away from people because it's like here you've got to do it everywhere. Is everyone doing it? Well, I see everyone doing it everywhere. Just because it's happening in other cities, that stuff is happening with lots of groups of people, that's something else. That is why Germany is so good at what Germany does. It allows people to talk about what it is that they think is correct or not correct and so on. And they let people do it in some way. Not getting into that topic because I just like happily get on with my thing, do my thing. And when someone says, I've got to do that, then I'll do that. And I always liked to wash my hands anyway. I always like to do it because they're clean and I like clean hands. Anyway, so yes, you do have to still do all that, and I expect you're going to have to do that type of stuff for a long time in the future. Can you be jobless here in Germany, and can you live off the system and drag the system down and live for free and not have to go to work and make the government pay for everything and anything you do? Yes, you can. How long you can do it for is another question. But ultimately, if you work in Germany for like 2 years and stuff like that, and then you lose your job just because of something, they will look after you. You'll get your insurances paid, you'll get a percentage of your salary coming back to you, and you'll get looked after for the next 12 months minimum, and they'll help you find a job and stuff like that. Now, if you don't have a job and you don't look for a job and you don't care about getting a job, then they'll still pay for your housing in a housing area that they decide, and they'll pay for other things for you, and they'll also give you some money, and you can essentially just use the system to however you want to use it, as long as you understand you're not going to have any money, but you can not work. That's fine. Do you want to do that? It is your thing. Me, I personally like to go to work, and I don't want to give you my opinion. I just go to work because I like having my own money, and I like earning the money, and the money that I can earn as a software developer in comparison to the money that no. Sorry, not for me. if you want to live in Germany, you're going to have to work for it. You've got to pay insurances, you've got to pay taxes, but that's like kind of the same in a lot of other countries as well. If you come from a country that doesn't have the laws like Germany, then you're going to have a little bit of a culture shock because you are naturally going to pay taxes. Whether I'm for or against taxes, I'm not going to mention in this video, but I like the fact that I have a job and I live in this country, and I'm also British, so you can probably understand what my opinion is about whether we should or shouldn't have taxes, because that's how Great Britain and Germany are run objectively. Anyway, you can live on the social system in Germany if that's what you want to do, but you can also work and live a normal life if that's what you choose to. So, what is it you choose to do is the important question. And you can always do a funny voice. Another big question that I personally receive is, why do you live here and why don't you go back to the UK? Because the UK is so fantastic. Well, Germany's so fantastic as well. Well, why? What's the difference in so fantastic and so fantastic? They're both the same thing in my opinion. So, but the one main thing that keeps me living in the Germany's so fantastic is I have a German son and my son lives here, which is why I live in Germany. For family. This isn't a big enough reason. It is a big enough reason. It is the ultimate reason. So why don't I go back to the UK is because my son lives in Germany and my son doesn't live in the UK. If my son did live in the UK, then I wouldn't be living in Germany. I'd be living in the UK where my son lives with yeah. So there we go. That's the question. If you were asking me, do I think it's better to live in the UK or better to live in Germany? Well, I've lived in Germany for the past 20 years. So in all fairness, I haven't got a clue. My parents live and my sister lives in the UK and they do their thing, but they don't know what it's like living in Germany. Now, obviously, as a British person living in Great Britain, you've got advantages because you speak the language and you've also got the same humour, the same mentality, you know the culture and stuff like that. But in all fairness, I've got the same humour, same culture living here in Germany. So the two really don't make any difference. There is people everywhere that has a different humour, have a different culture everywhere in Germany as well, just the same as in the UK. But Germany does have some pros and cons of living here, but this is not what this video is about. I live here in Germany because it's where my son lives. There we go, finished. So, eating out, going to restaurants, bars, and the normal non-going to party type thing. On Friday, in my local Greek restaurant to go and have food, just completely normal as it is. Naturally, there wasn't another table sat next to us here, so we had to like kiss each other all the time. There were people in the restaurant with a distance between each table so as we could have our own area and we could enjoy our company better. Completely normal. Naturally, you've got to walk through the restaurant inside and outside with some form of social mask. Yeah, with your hand over your, not hand over your mouth, but you understand what I mean. You still have to do that, and then yeah, there's not really nothing changed about it. So I go out still frequently eating in restaurants. I don't really go to bars because I don't want to, because I go to the restaurants that I like and that I'm a regular at, and I know that it's not that full. But essentially, you could, if you wanted to, have a completely normal life here in Germany and go and do all of the normal things. Yes, that is totally possible, but that's not me. I'd rather sit on the bench for this year and just let it go by and then see what next year is like, because 2020 is 2020 and I'm just enjoying the time at home, saving my money and looking to spend my money on nice things next year rather than this year, because I just kind of like null and voided 2020 completely. For that reason, I've chosen a couple of restaurants that I like to go to, which I trust, and that's it. Yeah, 2020. So do I think that Germany is doing the right thing at the moment? Yeah, absolutely. I think that we are coping with 2020 in a really fantastic way. Life is pretty much, as I said in the beginning, back to normal. I feel actually even better because when you do go into the shops, you are away from the people. I spent a long time traveling backwards and forwards to Cologne on the train, and there, you know, I felt it wasn't a very hygienic way of traveling because you were having so much contact with so many people every single day, all the time, and naturally, at that time we were hearing about the types of things that were happening in the world. So I did have a little bit more. I was a bit more cautious about things I did. I do, however, though, support everything that's going on in this country right now. Was I always supporting the idea? I wasn't keen on it, but I'm a person who supports the government that runs where I live. So I am that type of person. If I like to say what my opinion is, the things that we had to do in the beginning, I wasn't totally super happy about, but over time, I realised that it was just better for me and better for other people to do this and to respect other people's distance and health situation. So yes, I do support how the things are going in Germany, and I believe that other systems should implement what the Germans do and how Germany controls it. So there we go. That's my opinion. A big thumbs up as far as I'm concerned. I could probably talk a lot longer about how it is living in Germany in 2020, but this video would just go on forever. For that reason, don't forget to like, subscribe, share if you like this, and if you did have any comments or anything that you thought was right or wrong about this video, then write it down in the comments below. If you do like the videos, as I said before, don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you get notified when I release any new videos. You've got this far into the video, which means all I've got to say is thank you very much for watching as far as you've watched. And if my mum's watching, Mum, I hope you've enjoyed this video as well, because she always watches my videos. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. My name's David Thorne. You've been watching David's videos. There'll be a link on the screen or a video on the screen right now of Google, YouTube or whatever suggesting you another video to watch. If you're interested in watching another video like this, then there's a video on the screen right now about the pros and cons of living in Germany as a British person. Otherwise, thanks very much for watching. My name's David Thorne. Stay safe and goodbye.